Academy Award winner Forrest Whitaker often is described by people who know him and work with him as a gentle giant. Whitaker does not look for the spotlight, but it seems to keep finding him as a high school football star in Southern California, a talented young opera singer in college, or as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Early roles in movies like The Color of Money, Good Morning Vietnam, and The Crying Game launched a career that includes an Oscar for The Last King of Scotland and acclaim for his lead role in The Butler. Now, the 59-year-old is back for a second season, producing and starring in the hit series Godfather of Harlem, where the mob meets the civil rights movement. Forrest and I got together recently here in New York for a socially distanced Sunday Sitdown. Doing all right?
Yeah, all right.
Forrest Whitaker rarely is the loudest voice in the room, but his performances speak volumes. Like his Oscar-winning turn as a ruthless African warlord in The Last King of Scotland.
This will be a government of action, not of words.
Or as Wakanda's wisest warrior in Marvel's Black Panther.
I, Zuri, son of Badu, give to you the Black Panther.
And now as real-life crime boss Bumpy Johnson in the epics drama Godfather of Harlem.
Y'all know how the saying goes. Harlem's mine.
Any part I play, I would always kind of look for the human part, or the part that connects with me. With Bumpy, he's all the things. He's a chess master, he's a poet, but he's also a mobster, he's also a murderer. At the same time, as you can relate to his struggles, you can relate to his failures, and then with the family involved, you start to care.
I just knew you'll get right back into the swing of things.
I'm already back into the swing of things.
Set against the civil rights movement of the 1960s, the second season of Godfather of Harlem finds Bumpy fighting for control of a drug pipeline called the French Connection, with help from friends like Malcolm X.
Oh, brother, it sure is good to see you again.
It's good to be back home.
The relationship between Bumpy and Malcolm X and Adam Clayton Powell and all these fascinating real-life figures at the center of the civil rights movement. It's not just a mob story, really.
I think that was one of the most important pieces of it when I was trying to decide about doing it. I mean, in this season, there's like unbelievable parallels that were already built into the story, you know, that because a lot of the problems that were happening during that time are still prevalent today.
I'm a second-class citizen in my own country, and I gotta fight for what's mine.
All of us are still trying to break through this oppression that's suppressing the people of color, the black race. And we explore that in the show. We explore it in a real internal and personal way.
What do you hope people who watch this series take away from it?
I think that people have to fight for what they believe to try to live a decent life.
In his own life, Whitaker was raised the son of a teacher and an insurance salesman. He earned a college scholarship, first in football, then in opera, before turning his talents to acting. When you look at your childhood, you look at a guy who was born in Texas, moves to South Central LA, then to Carson, and was a football star and a straight-A student and an opera singer. Which, when's the last time you sung an aria?
I don't know. It's been a long time. I used to sing every once in a while.
But you made a choice at some point. You said, okay, maybe this isn't what I want to do with my life. I want to become an actor. What was that decision like for you?
Well, I felt like that it's a pretty square box of an art form. It wasn't going to be reaching the people that I grew up with or the people that I wanted to speak to. And so I decided to try to express that through acting.
Jefferson's going to really make Lincoln pay for this.
At 21, Whitaker made his film debut in the classic 1982 comedy, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. As you look back on that movie that a lot of people love so much, what do you think?
It's hard for me to imagine it's me, actually. So cocky and so young and such a long time ago. After I finished that movie, I didn't think I was good enough at that point. So I went back to conservatory just to try to get better.
Boy, did it work. I mean, you go on this run from 86 and 87 with Platoon, Oliver Stone.
But I'm hurting real bad inside.
Color of Money, with Scorsese, Good Morning Vietnam, with Barry Levinson.
Welcome to Saigon, sir.
Yeah, we could put an eye out with that.
What was that like as an actor to get sort of that education from that run of directors?
It's pretty amazing. Scorsese seemed to be really detail-oriented. Clint Eastwood was able to create an environment that allowed things to flow without any breakage or movement.
You mentioned Clint Eastwood, Bird, where you won the Best Actor award at Cannes. Maybe that was the moment you felt like, okay, now I'm an actor, I've made it?
I was trying to figure out if I should be doing this as a destiny. Even my family was still like, you want to go back to school and be a teacher?
Really?
Yeah. I was trying to find a way. And it wasn't until Last King that I really started to say, okay.
If I could be anything instead of a Ugandan, I would be a Scot.
An Academy Award-winning performance as Ugandan dictator Idi Amin in the 2006 film The Last King of Scotland sealed Forrest's fate. When you were standing up on that stage, holding the Oscar, there's this great moment when you get up there, everyone stops clapping and we're sort of quiet for a couple of seconds. What was that about for you?
I wanted to experience it, being with these people and like in that moment, you know, and not like walk past it, be so overwhelmed that I can't even feel it.
Nancy! Whitaker also is an accomplished director, with films like Waiting to Exhale, starring Whitney Houston, and Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock. What do you love about directing a movie different from acting in one?
You create the whole universe, and you get a chance to hopefully help people rise to the greatness in themselves, and that's kind of cool.
In recent years, Whitaker has turned his lens and his producing prowess to projects by first-time filmmakers of color, including Ryan Coogler of Fruitvale Station and Black Panther fame, helping a new generation to find its voice in Hollywood.
Every man has a legacy, whether they want one or not. What is yours going to be?
We're talking about Godfather of Harlem and parallels to today and doing meaningful work that explains what's happening in the country now. Are you hopeful that we can do better?
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I mean, I'm hopeful because I see the youth standing up and rising up and speaking out in their voice, and I recognize that those will be the ones who are taking our places.
You can catch new episodes of Godfather of Harlem every Sunday night at 9 p.m. on Epix. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full-length interview with Forrest Whitaker. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.